Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We have another great show. Let me start this way. Charles Darwin in the 1800s had his book. It actually revolutionized what we thought about human beings and our origins. And of course, it was titled The Origins of the Species. Now, if you have concrete literature read on that book, you get to know that the evolution of human beings have always been interspersed with acts of survival. Indeed, we have over 7 billion people in this world. And so how you survive is no one else's business. How you do it is what gets you to survive. So forget about all the trials and tribulations you're going through. Indeed, all the difficulties you're going through, not having money, poverty, or not having a good marriage, or a good relationship, or a good job, or being successful and being a top of your class in your academics, etc. They have all happened before. The poverty, the hardship, the highs and the lows. So how you get through them will determine how you survive on this earth. So today, let's all say to ourselves, we want to survive despite all the difficulties that each minute of the day we will face. It will take time, but definitely we will get there. And for each minute of the day, also have that great determination that despite all the odds, I will be in a position to say, I am going to get through this. Let me tell you something. You better try at something and fail than not trying at all. That is tragic. That is fatal. So just think about it. Do you just want to wilt and die just because you were born into this world and you couldn't survive? It's a question you have to ask yourself. What do I do to survive? Yeah. So 10 years from now, would you ask yourself, did I survive? And how well did I survive in this world? Today, as another Wednesday, we're going to bring you some great stories packaged on AM Business. And as always, it's brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And today, we're focusing on Loom. The warning by the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, and why some participants found it regulated. Loom. I've experienced it, I know how it goes. So, you know, Loom. It's illegal, and EOCO, the Securities and Exchange Commission, they all want you to know that. So today on AM Business, we're going to focus on that and try to get you into detail what you need to know. Well, Loom has some recent or short history. And talking about history, we've always had some great relationships with our Nigerian brothers and sisters. We've also had some interesting, sometimes tragic, and some sweet stories over the last couple of decades. But it looks like we're at a testing point in that relationship. There's a lot going on in Ghana now regarding our own brothers, Nigerians, and our own sisters from Nigeria. It's all because of the recent issues of kidnappings and some of them being named as well. But the clarion call out there is that there seems not to be equitable treatment, well, of how the news about Nigerians are treated, and also their own involvement in the crimes, and how we also need to make sure that we deal with the issues dispassionately. And this week, there's been a sort of reprisal from some Ghanaian traders based in Swami Magazine in Kumasi, especially regarding, well, whether they're obeying regulations to do retail trade. And subsequently, it's led to them having their stores being locked. But we would want to hear from the expert what they think about this. What does it mean to overall relationship we have with our Nigerian brothers and sisters? But also, how does that feed into all the protocols we've signed with ECOWAS for free trade of goods, services, and human beings? And so we'll be live from Swami because we would want to know when the stores of our Nigerian brothers will be open today and when they'll return to trade. Well, so we're going to do all that alongside as we speak to our correspondent. We'll have some comprehensive discussions in Kumasi, and down here in Accra, we'll speak to Dr. Vladimir Ntredanso. Look, it promises to be insightful and some great discussions. But we also know all that is happening alongside the National Science and Maths Quiz. The contest is taking place on the campus of the University of Ghana, and it's been getting interesting since Monday. Osetu Senior High School, St. Augustine's, and Armed Forces Senior High Technical School, they won their duels on Tuesday. And we'll bring you highlights of Tuesday's contest, and we're going to give you some great previews for today, Wednesdays. Yeah, let's give you some sign-ups and see.
Augusto, St. Augustine's College. We are murdering everybody on the way. We are winning. We are taking the cup home to Central Region, and we are winning.
Currently, we are the first school to win the NSMQ Star Award. Please put it on record, my JoyNews. First school to win the NSMQ Star Award.
Okay, please, let's do your anthem one more time. Just one more time. So please, if you can all come around.
No gases, yanada fopa. Autonye, Monica neba. Say so.
And so please, if you have a community school near you that is participating, or your own old school that is participating as well, you know where to look to get the latest information from the National Science and Maths Quiz. It promises to be brutal. Obey ye brutal off. Right here on JoyNews, the National Science and Maths Quiz, live from the campus of the University of Ghana. And we have sweet people on the ground. MFA, of course, Jiradosi has always been on the beat, and Maxwell Agbagba has been complimenting. But we also will bring you some great insight into all the things that are happening and some of the best products you can find around. And we'll tell you about natural Arctic oil. Look, it is high quality, natural omega-3 enriched with also omega-9 extra virgin olive oil. And it's also been spiced with some great vitamins, D and E. Now, this product helps maintain healthy cells in our bodies. Got to have good vision, healthy brain functions as well. But if you know what it is, but you also want to get more information, but you have nothing or no knowledge about it all, please, we're going to tell you about it. And we'll also tell you about the latest information coming from in the world of entertainment and showbiz with Becky on AM Showbiz. Please, it's always brought to you by Awake Purified Water. Join us on our social media handles, JoyNews on TV, which is on Facebook, at JoyNews on TV, which is on Twitter. Very important for us. And also get watching us on My Joy Online TV, which is on YouTube. I have Rule Walker Ghana as my Twitter handle. Of course, I have an account on Facebook, but Rule Walker Ghana, get to follow me as well. You get to know all the inspirations and all the things that we talk about right here on the show, and also what we think as a people. Please join us. We bring you the latest news headlines, and we'll tell you about the wrap-up of the Black Stars as they head to Egypt. It's what we're having the African Cup of Nations. We have only 2 days to the African Cup of Nations taking place in beautiful cities of Egypt. The sports team will give us a wrap on all that. But let's bring to you the latest news headlines.